Welcome to Cake of the Month. Once a month, I bring you a new recipe that highlights the unique charm of scalloped and fluted tube and bundt pans. From classic flavors to bold new creations, these recipes are sure to impress and inspire. Are you ready to see what we're making today? Let's get started. Today, I'm going to show you how to make my Whoopie Pie Bundt Cake. The link to the recipe can be found in the description below. Now this one is an easy one because it's a stir together. We're gonna start out with a large bowl, and in the bowl I have all-purpose flour, and to that I'm adding light brown sugar. Look at that. I've got baking soda and kosher salt, and then we're gonna whisk it all together and get it nice and combined. We'll start by breaking up that brown sugar. All right, bowl number one, done. In a second bowl, I have Dutch processed cocoa powder, and to this I'm gonna whisk in hot brewed coffee. If you don't wanna use coffee, you can use hot water. But the coffee enhances that chocolate flavor and it makes it so delicious. So we're gonna whisk these two together until I have the cocoa powder absorbed and nice and smooth. And then to this, we're gonna whisk in some sour cream. We've got some vanilla extract and some vegetable oil. You could use any neutral oil here. And then when you're whisking something that has liquid and oil, start in the center with small circular motions and let it combine from the center, and then we can get everything combined without it splashing out of the bowl. Once that's combined, we'll whisk in our eggs. And whisk our eggs one at a time, getting each combined before adding the next. Now back to the bowl with our flour mixture. We're gonna combine our cocoa mixture and get this in the pan and off to the oven. Whisk until all of the flour and dry ingredients have been combined, and then it's off to our bundt pan. I have a 10-cup bundt pan that's been sprayed with a baking spray with flour, and today I'm baking in the swirl pan. So you can use any 10-cup pan that you have. And then go ahead and get your batter in. Pours beautifully. Now we're off to the oven to bake. It's been preheated to 325, and the full baking instructions can be found in the recipe. Once baked, let the cake cool for 10 minutes in the pan, then invert onto a wire rack to let it cool completely. Then you can move on and make your delicious marshmallow filling. We'll start by placing a heat-proof bowl over a pot of simmering water. And then to this, we're gonna add our corn syrup, an egg white, cream of tartar, granulated sugar, vanilla extract, and salt. We're gonna get all of this combined, and then we're gonna cook this over the heat, whisking constantly until we reach a temperature of 160 degrees Fahrenheit. It's at 160 degrees Fahrenheit. And now I will transfer this to a kitchen towel that I've placed on the counter, and now the hand mixer comes in. It's gonna take about 6 to 8 minutes, but we are going to whip this to stiff peak on high speed. So you're gonna look for this volume to double in size, and this mixture is gonna cool down while we whisk it too. Our cake is baked, our marshmallow filling is in a piping bag. Now we're gonna take a long serrated knife, and we're gonna cut the cake horizontally. This is where we are going to fill our marshmallow filling. Using a cake lifter, you can keep the pieces together without breaking by keeping it all on one nice cake lifter. So that's a good tip for you. If not, just be very careful. Then, with your piping bag and your marshmallow filling, we're just gonna take our filling and pipe it all around. I don't go all the way to the edge because once I put the top on, it's gonna squish some of it out anyway. So I just use this as a guide and fill in the middle. Now you can transfer the top of the cake back on. Try to line up the pattern of the cake like that. And how about a chocolate glaze? I think so too. We're gonna finish this off with a beautiful chocolate glaze. And you've got all the details in the recipe for how to make this. Super easy, perfect finish, added decadence. What could be wrong? Nothing. I know this is one that the crowd is going to love. Thanks for joining me in the kitchen today. Once again, the description includes the link for the recipe and how you can be a part of the Bake From Scratch community. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure that you never miss another delicious moment. Preheat your ovens, everybody. It's time to bake. And for me to dig in.